So currently I'm in the college and streaming. It must be a little loud. I'll turn on the background. Some music. Mm, yep, I'm ready. I'm thinking of doing it in the bottom approach, the recursion one. So let's say what consider given to string text to return the length of the longer common subspace. If no common subspace, return 0. If common subspace string is a new string generated by the original string with some characters, I'm live, right? I'm live only. Where I'm getting the notification.
Couldn't wait for you to come and clear the cupboards, but now you're gonna leave with nothing but a sign. Another evening I'll be sitting reading in between your lines, because I miss you all the time. So get away, another way to feel what you didn't want yourself to know, and let yourself go. You know you didn't lose your self-control. Let's start again. Get away, another way to be Don't you think about me enough? I'll be burning my heart out. Got to fast, need to tell you I will love, 'cause let it say.
Oh, I forgot to turn on the voice. Which one is it? Payment. Okay, let me submit. Then let's try to construct it as a table format using this dp equal to 0. Oh, it's too slow, man. Okay, this is then login version.
You will know you're only born tonight. Let's be like brothers, stay by your side. Please tell me my words is worth to the wise. I don't want gold you
So
never get. So bright and warm, oh my beloved, grow happy if I knew you are the moon, oh rising star, you guide us far to high inまるでこの世界で二人だけみたいだねなんて少しだけ夢を見てしまっただけささきに月明かり花束の香り
text to
指
one
に
file
触れる指
text to off
何もかも忘れて
dp of I of j equal to what you did dp of dp of I minus 1 j minus 1 plus 1 we're going yes of j equal to max of dp of I minus 1 comma dp of I of j minus 1 then we can return dp of minus 1 flick I think this is correct. Yeah. 143. I think I'll wrap up. Let me see. Let's do the system design. I'll just finalize what all I thought to do today. I think I thought to do like what is this? I forgot. This is feed, right? Post and feed. I thought I need to do this. So ChatGPT use feed system. Okay. So I was already practicing this feed system, but I think ChatGPT is doing the one. So let me see how much we can do. My god, it's taking too much time. Oh, finally. 90 repeatedly. If it just follows. What? What? There are two field service. Self-representation. Hosted to the Kafka self-representation. Says that shortcut takes as a inspector. They look up the guest list and find out where is the dish. It's a complete version of the dish into the guest assigned it. followers. Okay, then it need to take the feed, right? I think I'm not sure how it will pull the feed of the celebrities. Maybe.
I couldn't wait for you to come and clear the cupboards. But now you're gonna leave with nothing but a sign. Another evening I'll be sitting reading in between your lines. Because I miss you all the time. So get away, another way to feel what you didn't want yourself to know, and let yourself go. You know you didn't lose your self-control. Like the start at the rainbow. Turn away, another way to be where you didn't want yourself to go. Let yourself go. Is that a compromise? So what do you want to do? What's your point of view?
Hey guys, this is GKCS. It's been a long time since we have made a system design video, and today we'll be also. So the post ID could be useful. It could tell us the post in which you need to find the number of likes for a particular post. And we'll select star. Select count star rather. And if you're finding any of this complicated, just have a look at the other system likes column, the textual information. Yeah, could a comment have an image? It could. The row is going to be defined using the okay. You understand here is that we have designed the system such that the information is available in a nice way. The people who I follow, probably follows a lot more people. At the system design for Tinder video, because there's a lot of things like the proxy and routing that we talk about over. It's going to be decided. We might be talking over posts that the user of the entire system and the gateway features that we need mobile application to load on the service also. So the network load will scale from a user. There's a either polling from the cell phones every 10 seconds. They keep polling that is there anything new in my user feed and so on.
Hey folks, today we're going to do another problem breakdown, this time for newsfeed. API app open. I'd recommend you keep things simple to start, and if requirements are getting large beyond say 3 or 4 items, mark extra things as below the line or bonus. Put bonus here. That way it's clear what's in scope for your system. And running out of time, eventual consistency. Next, let's talk about latency. Users expect responsive UIs, which means we have a few hundred milliseconds to respond to requests before they start to get annoyed. Let's use 500 milliseconds as a round target latency for both posting and viewing. Now, let's think about scale. Knowing the scale of a system will give us more bounds. The scale of a system will give us more bounds on size and throughput we can use later. Facebook is big, billions of users. We don't need to know exactly, so let's just assume 4 entities. That's it for about. It's not always that our posts. Our requirements don't have anything more here. Explicit necessary point for a virtual resource feed that has both a page size and a cursor. So we'll get and a cursor. And this will return a set of posts deep into the feed response. When they request their feed again, they'll pass in that time and retrieve the next set of n items, all which are older than that timestamp. This way we can ensure that the user is able to see every item that's been published, even as they query deeper into their feed. With that, we have they request their feed again, they'll pass in that time and retrieve the next set of n items, all which are older than that timestamp. This way we can ensure that the user is able to see every item that's been published, even as they query deeper into their feed. With that, we have our 3 APIs that satisfy all of our functional requirements. Sometimes people will ask, do I need to use REST here? And the answer is not necessarily. If you controlled all the clients, you could use gRPC, for instance. You could even write these endpoints as function signatures versus REST endpoints. But if you haven't been doing it that way for a while, I'd recommend instead you just learn REST, as it's very standard across the industry, and you'll likely avoid any yellow flags from REST zealot interviewers. No reason to go non-standard if you don't need to. So that's our API. The next step is our high-level design. Here's where we're going to try to implement a system which minimally satisfies our requirements. While it's not strictly necessary, we recommend to try to build out the most basic system before they to create posts. This is pretty simple. We need a service which is going to accept our post requests and store them in a database. For each post, we need to keep track of who created it, its content, and when it was posted. In this problem, I'm going to use DynamoDB as the backing store, but you're free to substitute in Cassandra or any other scalable wide column store. We'll put our post service behind an API gateway and load balancer. We aren't getting into the details just yet, but as posting volume increases, we can scale in more post services to handle the incoming requests. Provided we don't blow up DynamoDB, this is actually pretty scalable. So great, our first requirement is out of the way. Next, we need to allow users to follow each other. Some candidates look at this and immediately assume we need a graph database, but this isn't the case for this problem. Graph databases like Neo4j are really useful when you need to do comprehensions, like find all the users who are followed by at least 2 men who also follow each other. These can be tricky queries to answer or execute and often require specialized query languages like tell me all the users who are following this user. So we're going to keep things that tie yourself in a knot early on, you're going to have a hard time getting untangled in time. The simplicity of a solution is a hallmark differentiator for Juniors. First, tell me all of the users followed by A, and then tell me all of the users who A is following. The way we're going to do this is putting a partition key on user following and a sort key on user followed. This will allow us to list, for a given user, all the users that they are following. To support the reverse, we can create what's known as a global secondary index, or GSI. In Cassandra world, this is just a secondary index. You can think of the global secondary index like another table, but one that's managed internally and consistently by DynamoDB. On our GSI, we can choose a different partition and sort key, and for this, we'll choose the reverse. Our partition key will be user followed, and our sort key will be user following. When we want to query all the users who are following a given user, we can query this GSI, add a particular partition key, and pull out all of the users who are following a given user. For the record, DynamoDB puts a limit on these range requests. You can return no more than 1 megabyte of data. You can then page into the results. Since our user ID and metadata are on the order of 10 bytes, we can retrieve a bit less than 100,000 entries per request. This will be a problem for our most followed accounts, but a non-issue for everyone else. Great, we're almost there. Let's talk about the feed next. Our third requirement is to be able to view a chronological feed for a user. People can them to the seen in their feed. We can use for users the post read their feed, computed a pattern with a stack of followers, maybe 100,000 or more. If it's set, we'll use the async worker path. I believe some of these have multiple cache instances rather than sharding our cache. Our feed service will then randomly choose amongst the instances that are available. We don't even, except it has the same problem. If we have a distributed post cache where we use the post ID to shard the cache also has a hotkey. Since Redis is in memory, the throughput of this cache might be enough to absorb the load, but the same fundamental problem exists. A simple solution for this second problem is to have multiple cache instances rather than sharding our cache. Our feed service will then randomly choose amongst the instances that are available. We don't even need these instances to be replicas of one another or to coordinate in any way. Now, instead of limiting ourselves to one request making its way through to Dynamo, we'll instead have n requests, where n is the number of instances that we have in our cache. But since that n, the number of cache instances that we've set up, is dramatically smaller than the millions of requests that we were expecting, this is a great trade-off and allows us to solve the problem. There's a lot of subtlety here, especially around how you shard data. It's where this is what they need.
Design TikTok.
Ability for estimate on out per day equals 10 megabytes per day per user. I'm not going to get too much into this yet. I just want to get a rough idea for the big chunk here, which is videos. You know, the rest of it, user metadata, you can tackle here. We'll just and that's going to be like a UID. We're going to have this will be so that's kind of the first and string data. So that's kind of the first endpoint I'm thinking. Okay, cool. So I think obviously we're going to want some sort of database, right, to back this. And this is going to be where we store this table. So I'm assuming this is going to, for right now, I'm just going to make an assumption this is going to be a relational database, Postgres, whatever flavor of relational database you so choose. So upload video is going to send this object to the relational database.
Could you database?
Not as structured in the sense that you're going to be querying more that. So like this would be like a blob store. The idea here is that, yeah, the video itself actually lives here. And then in this table, we have a link to that. So we're going to be running like a post. Oops. We're going to be running a post to this. API endpoint, this upload video endpoint user correctly. Not really quickly too much for videos to look, sort of cache, whatever it is. And the idea here would be that we actually preload a list of like user, like the top 10 videos that we're going to load for the user before they even get to the view feed page. So like if a user with a specific UID hits this view feed, we're going to go to this cache that's already pre-built, and we're going to grab those top videos that are already pre-selected.
That makes sense.
The app would then be grabbed. And potential serve. So this would sort of like be a pre-cache and schedule a read on something like video that I here, but the real.
So we don't need the graph database. That's okay.
Hello everyone, data, meaning that each year we post an database based on the author's ID. In Takashi, it maps a user. Let's have a table that maps a user to all the people that they follow. However, right now we just index so well. Count with final design by implementing our three main APIs: creating a tweet, following a user, and fetching a newsfeed. First, let's create a post. Then, let's follow a user. For our newsfeed APIs, we need to support a bunch of types of fast reads. The first requires maintaining an index to figure out a user's followers. Next, we need to be able to quickly determine which users are popular. This comes in handy to avoid fanning out popular tweets and figuring out which tweets we should load from the post DB. Now, we can listen to change data capture from our post database in order.
So feeds database, it's going to Kafka consumer group feed databases. Okay. So follow users. It's going back to see what is the error in here. Nope, I can't see the commit fade again due to limiting errors. But we set up a case slicing, but as far as when did the event occur I'm using. Okay. Like we're doing this project, but something came up. I need a initial MVP very fast, so that's why I'm just rushing it out and trying to push it. It will be broken too much. After maybe next month, I need to revisit it and make it properly work.
Order to fan.
What is got the idea. Some more activities today. I think what this is. Nope, not it. Which file I was editing? Cool. Okay. I'll review the web crawler. think I pushed everything. I think it's not working properly. I need to. Let's see what we can do. Still compressing. So
So there's there's which you're getting laid the hell out because your peaks are really bad. Okay. Here is the rule of thumb. When you're close to an angle, you slice the pie. Then when you get further from an angle, like here, you shift. So here I'm getting close to this angle. I want to peak B-link, so I would have to peak out fast. Make sense? And now I'm far from that angle, so I would shift towards it. I get close to that angle. I think they might be at that corner. Fast. I'm far from this angle. I'm shifting. Far from that angle. I'm shifting. I get close to it. What do? Preaim in the wall. Fast. I'm far from that angle. You do this close, these faster pie slicing motions, and try to.
Dude, everyone's like hitting crazy shots recently. I feel like I'm holding an angle and I shoot and I one-tap them, but they somehow shot me before. Am I just old? Is my reaction just too slow now? I feel like back then, I had a faster reaction than everyone else. Nowadays, I got nothing. Reaction time test. Oh my god, I didn't start it, bro. I didn't start it. Oh.
What he's doing?
Hey guys, just as a heads up, I'm sheriff only. I'll try to troll you guys, and I'll drop you guys guns.
Are you a YouTuber, or is this just a challenge that you're personally doing?
Wait, why does there have to be a distinction? Like I could do it for myself and then also do it for YouTube.
No,
right?
I was just curious.
Oh, okay,
No,
okay.
it's just a curiosity.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Anyways, I'm on my rank up game. Let's win this. Let's go.
That's dope. That's dope.
Hey guys, just as a heads up, I'm sheriff only.
What's up, bro?
I don't know if you guys guns. Hey yo, what's up?
You said you're sheriff only?
Yes sir.
Actually, your voice sounds familiar to me, but I think I'll just keep it to myself.
All right, you caught me. I'm Zekin.
Ah, fuck.
All right, you caught me.
Sweet, it's my goat.
Yeah.
Alright, well, just guys, we're doing disclaimers. I am judge only. So now we have a sheriff only and a judge only player. It's crazy.
Okay, cool. I just want to let you know I'm Clove only, so
Oh, I'm vice only.
that's crazy, bro.
It's pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
What sheriff skin you running?
I got the solid, the default skin with the riot buddy on it.
Do you want my
Oh yeah, I'd
do
love
you want my
it.
Neo fronted?
Yeah.
Listen to me, fake BND.
Thank you.
Oh, you want Chrono Void?
B.
For Clove, is that a bad idea? Like I
I
normally
See
do
that?
it.
Listen to the fucking call, fake BND, you fucks.
Oh,
It'll be-
fake BND.
Fake
I mean, we're kind
BND.
of far from that.
Alright.
I'll take
Now we're
one.
fast runners. I'm a runner. I'm a track star.
Cypher's on A. Cypher's on A. Just
Dart
take
on B.
take B.
Nothing long.
Yeah, I can flash it.
In the smoke, in the smoke.
No way he was
No.
chilling under. Oh. I didn't see him the moment he fell. What? What? What has happened?
That's some crazy time, bro.
I got mine.
Yo, pass me that sheriff though, if you can. Thanks.
Nope.
Please, please, man.
Nope.
Oh. God.
Nice pick.
More. Two. One's hookah. Nice, nice, nice.
Oh,
Okay,
nice,
just guy B.
nice,
Just
nice,
only one
nice.
B, only one B,
Shoot,
only one guy
I'm
B.
flooding, I'm
Only one-
flooding.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going,
go,
I'm
go, go,
going.
go. Yeah,
Yo.
he's stuck elbow or something here. Wait. How is he?
Elbow, elbow.
How is he peeking still? We just gotta kill this guy. I slowed off. Alright. Let's go.
Nice.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Hold on.
Good
Let's
stuff.
go D.
Nice picks, boys. Nice picks. Huge picks.
Yeah, I got you with that sheriff. How about
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Jet dead. I got flank. No,
Flank
two
one.
flank, two flank,
Yeah.
three flank.
Oh, three flank.
Wait, two, just two.
Just two? Well, I'm pulling
Sorry?
flank anyways.
Last two should be flanking.
Brandon
Bulldog
should
on
be
them.
hurt.
Last has bulldog.
Where am I? So,
Yeah.
let's warm up a little bit more.
What are we doing here? Cypher plays here. Why are we not working B again?
Good. I mean, he might switch since I
can't.
ran.
Oh, one's close
Going
market.
in.
What the fuck?
Holy
Nice.
fuck.
One's U-Haul.
I didn't see anything.
Oh,
There's
one
two, there's
tower.
two.
Fuck, that smoke was 1 second late. Fuck my ass.
Come on,
Back
close
truck.
there, but-
Nice. Backside,
Nice, huge
backside.
pick.
Damn.
Oh, we
There's
got
two backside.
Then you all with the Bucky.
Oh my god, the timing of me swinging to
that
kill the jet, man.
As a judge.
No.
Swing triple.
It's back spawn. Nice. One's U-Haul, he's U-Haul side.
I whiffed.
Oh. Fate, what do you
Sprint
mean?
to fucking you.
We have
Good
Gecko
again.
ult, so we can try
I'll
something.
try this time. My gang
Yo,
ult.
why sheriff only though? You just like a McCree player in Overwatch?
I was actually a McCree player in Overwatch. That was my favorite.
W's. I'll go.
Smoke like
I'll go
this.
showers. I'll go showers.
Smoke like
Okay,
this and
guys.
have Gecko plant. You guys are ulting.
Smoke like this and this. All right.
Yeah.
Dashed out.
Jet
there,
tag,
but-
Hella.
Yeah.
No,
I
it missed. It
missed.
missed.
Plant.
You all second guy.
Close here. Close, so close.
Oh, heaven.
GT. Both.
So next must be web crawler, right?
Built in. So I'm going to talk this briefly in after a couple of minutes, but for now you just think it as a queue. So whenever someone asks to give the next
Okay.
Fan outpost.
Mm.
When
Let me
building
see.
a highly scalable system, choosing the right database is often the single most important decision we'll ever make. We're fortunate enough to be tasked with the challenge of picking the next database for a super fast growing business. Here are some key points to consider. We're talking about a database for a real growing business, where a bad choice would lead to extended downtime, customer impact, and even data loss. We are not picking something for a weekend project. This take is probably a bit controversial. Let's dive right in. First, are we positive that we need a different database? There's a compelling reason we started to look for an alternative, right? Latency is through the roof. Maybe the working set is overflowing the available memory. And even the most basic requests need to go to disk and slow everything down. Whatever the issues are, make sure they are not easily solvable. Now let's read the database manual of our current database system, front to back, and then read it to give us a bit. These knobs could come in the form of tuning the complex and highly mutations. No could help, and often it fixes to put a be sure we should database when it lunch. Let's in eliminate many collections to support different data access. No example. Many NoSQL databases support much higher scale than the trusty old relational databases. They often claim to support near linearly horizontal scalability. Now here are the common trade-offs that come with them. 1. They eliminate or limit transactional guarantees. 2. They severely limit data modeling flexibility. There are no queries across data entities. The data is highly denormalized, where the same piece of data is stored in many collections to support different data access patterns. To learn even more about a particular database, join the chat room.
Okay.
My dad used to tell me a paradigm perspective, but most to Orbix as is in the third and the set command followed by a key and a value to write data, then hold in the amount of you wouldn't want to use a key value store for your mirror GitHub database is like you took a key. Is it possible to more column on trip limited in the keys where every key.
Okay, I think I'll end the stream right here. Maybe I did the LeetCode and single system designing. I'm in my college, so that's why I can't speak so loud. So I'll be continuing my study after lunch. Just to do more system designing.